clean. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog for chili. Where's the love in the streets? Got my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheet. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby, for life, be call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. All that they gonna know what the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. Man, I wanna you know what's up. You know what's up. You pretend, you know the lie, you know the game. You know what's up.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with second and a couple. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An early task. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's swung out wide to Harris. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Shotgun now for Lance. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's Lance. And right side, Henry's got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 7 catches, 108 yards.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They go play action with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his target. It's Schultz. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Bengals at 5 and 6 to start play. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home, but sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 44, Burrow flush to his right. 20! Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Burrow looking to pass. Touchdown, Bengals. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 16 carries, 58 yards. From the 29, Lance. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Deron Payne, the big deep tackle there to make the stop. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Again, it's Harris on second down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From midfield, here's Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Harris running straight ahead. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against the defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw into the hands of Henry here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 2nd and 14. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 78 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get to place on offense. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put it in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. On first down, Lance firing quickly here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Lance. Complete, Hunter Henry with the ground. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Lance looks to throw again. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Here's Lance. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
32.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Again, it's Lance. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 14. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Lance now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they'll They'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Xander Horvath, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Burrow on play action. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On second down, here's Burrow, escaping the pressure right, and seeing nowhere to throw. He chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To the air again, Burrow. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals triumph, but it doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might give radio silence back.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Lance now on first down. And caught by Henry. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2nd down and 8. Lance going to throw. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps. You know, you don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Steps away. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Burrow will throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 33. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his left. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They hand this off to Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Burgess.
He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Burrow on first down. Forced out to his left. This is caught. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now Lance. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Now a give, running left is Harris. He's got it to the 43 here.
give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a play fake. Lance. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I know we're the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run again with Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Lance looking to throw it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Delayed handoff. This is Stewart. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lance to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Donovan Peoples-Jones. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. 2:18 on the clock. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They will throw on first down with Burrow. High throw, but the catch is made. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They run again with Harris, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Pats, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
I'm playing to win, back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done.